That's abundance. That's living in abundance. Even when you want to give in, you kept going. That's abundance.
Welcome back to the Abundant Behavior Podcast. I'm your host, Ali Banks. Today, I definitely have a very special guest with me. This is somebody I met through another mutual friend. Come to find out, we was both Scorpios, you know, and ever since then, we was locked in. It's just somebody, he's very insightful. You know, we read a lot of the same books. Our mindsets is totally the same when it comes to life, goals, visions, and things of that nature. So I just want to bring him on here to talk to you guys a little bit about, you know what I'm saying, the ups and downs of this. Ooh, I started hard, didn't I? Talking about the ups and downs of this year. Just some of the things that we went through, the trials and tribulations, the good, the bad, and in between. You know what I'm saying? Without further ado, my boy Ashton.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Let them know who you are, where you from, a little bit about yourself.
You know, I love doing that. I'm Ashton Turner. I'm from Houston, Texas. East side, north side, south side, whatever you want to say. Yeah, man,
that's pretty much it.
Simple man.
I was out in your city in Houston, man. It's pretty fun out there. I call it the Black Vegas. The city don't sleep.
Man,
I don't know if it's just gotten like that over the years or it's always been like that, but it's crazy out there, man.
It most definitely got like that over the years.
Yeah.
They're doing a lot of
reconstruction.
In other words, gentrification, but I don't want to. Rather than this.
I got you for sure.
A lot of stuff that's there now
wasn't there.
But it was still fun.
For sure. So what are some goals you set for yourself, and did you accomplish those goals? I know a lot of times when the new year starts, we write down all these big goals because, you know, we big dreamers. You know what I'm saying? Sure. Our vision is important. So what are some goals that you did? What are some that you didn't? And just, you know what I'm saying, explain that process.
So my main goal that I had set was to make was to get my place for my family. You know?
Right.
That was one of my main goals. You know, now that I got out, but transitioning out, you know, my goal was to get my own place for a minute, but not. I mean, not just for me, but for the family for the most part.
Right.
I was able to accomplish that by the grace of God. Like I said, I'm gonna give most of the credit to my lady.
Right, for sure.
She kept me on my toes, man.
Shout out to her, man. For sure. That's definitely important. Somebody to hold you up when you forget you the man. You know what I'm saying? That's what that lady for. Like, oh man, you the man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Get up. Shake it off, man. Get back in the game, you know?
And I needed that.
That's definitely important, man.
I most definitely needed that. It was get my own place. You know, the main goal for everybody is to get out of debt. I was able to tackle most of it. That, but my other goal was to, you know, get it closer to God, because it was once upon a time that I was close to God, the spiritual. Like I said, I'm not really a religious person, but it was more so spiritual. So and the way that I felt was, you know, it was wholesome. But so much things take place, you kind of get lost on that path and that road.
Right.
And like I said, it started off with us just saying like a prayer before we eat, like we'll bless our food before we eat. And then that turned into like prayers, you know, just prayers. Like we'll pray over the food, but we saying actual prayers.
Got you.
It ain't just thank you for the food, you know. It's more than that.
Praying over it.
You feel me? Praying over it. So
that's dope.
We was able to do that.
That's dope. And that last goal you said, man, I think that's the most important goal that anybody can set, is to get closer to God. I say that every year. Even if the year before I'm like, I want to get closer to God this year. I say, God, this year I want to get 10 times closer. Bless me with some adversity this year, God, so you could teach me, give me some, you know, more wisdom. So that's dope, because that brings you closer. It'll knock you down a little bit when you ask for adversity. He gonna give it to you, but it brought me closer, man. Like one of my biggest goals this year, man, was to, you know, I wanted to have. I was dreaming big, man. I wanted, you know what I'm saying, see my first 100K this year, you know, but that didn't happen, you know. But the work was still in process, you know what I'm saying? Like I was just posted earlier, man, I got really discouraged. Like my main goal was to blow this podcast up this year. Like I didn't care what it took. I was dropping, but my platform wasn't growing, man. I got real discouraged about it. And, you know what I'm saying, I had to take a hiatus, you know what I'm saying? We back now, but yeah, like you can definitely fall short of your goals, and it can discourage you. So that's definitely something that I like to hold on to, is like, even if you don't hit your goal, reach for the stars, because you're going to hit the ceiling. You know what I'm saying? You're going to always hit the ceiling. And I like that your goals, man, is based around family because a lot of what I'm doing is for my son. You know what I mean? So that's definitely important. So what was the greatest lesson that you learned from this past year, man? With the year closing, man, what was the biggest lesson?
She'll tell you patience. The biggest lesson
Yeah.
was patience. It's I'm able to see things for not for what it for what it is versus what's happening now. So it's like I had all these things set up in place, but like you said earlier, we'll pray for these things, but when you pray for something,
It's gonna come.
it's gonna come.
Be ready for it.
You're gonna go through the storm, and that's building you for what's coming. Uh, it was the patience, man, because there was a lot of things that I thought I was ready for, but I know now even in like, all right, it must be something that I'm not showing, or it must be something that I have to get a hold of before I'm able to get X, Y, and Z. So it was, and then when it does come, I'm like, okay, because like I say, it was probably from June all the way up until recently. I was struggling, a little bit. So, like I said, with the whole finance thing, like, all right, you want, because I sold all my league days back, and it was just like, all right, you want all this money right now, but I'm pretty sure if I give this to you, you gonna mess it up.
Mm-hmm.
You're not ready for that because your discipline is not there. So, and it was a lot of the things that I had to learn.
Sitting back and being patient in that trial, just knowing like this only a season.
You feel
It's
me?
gonna overcome. Yeah.
And it was certain things like, all right, that I had to let go of in order, because it was, I was obsessed. Like I was obsessed with the idea of having the newest, or I'm gonna go. Like I was, the childish, the things.
Yeah, for sure.
The things that I thought I needed, that you grew up without. It's like I'm able to get now, so I'm gonna keep getting. That was pretty much me my whole neighbor career. Like, I don't know, I'm getting paid in the 1st and the 15th. Let me go ahead and I'm gonna get it back.
For sure. Getting out the military is definitely a humbling experience, man, because you have to know how to budget your money. That's one thing. Like, you get that, you get paid on the 1st and the 15th when you in, but when you out, the 1st. And I need you to stretch that for 30 days. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you run into like, man, I'm used to going to get that bread. I'm used to going to get them shoes. I'm used to going to get, and you got to humble your lifestyle.
Yeah.
It's a very humbling experience. You have to dial back a little bit, but I think the biggest thing you said was patience, man. And I think that's one thing I'm still learning is patience with just knowing like everything gonna happen when God wanted to. Just keep working. And like I got discouraged because I wanted it to happen now. Like I feel like I'm putting in super duper work. Yeah. Where my viral moment at? You know what I'm saying? I'm putting out quality content too. You know what I mean? And so I had to sit back and be patient. Like, it's just not your time. And like you said, it's something that you're still not letting go of. The reason I'm not going to give you this. Right. You's trying to serve over here, but you still got your hand in this pot over here. I need you to be, you know what I'm saying? They say God don't like nobody that's lukewarm. You either going to be with me or not. I don't want nobody that's in the middle. Right. That's worse. He said, I'd rather you don't be with me at all. Don't be halfway in. And you know what I'm saying? A lot of times you can be 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Because you want to live your life how you want to live it, but you also want the righteous blessings as well. So I just had to learn how to like let go, bro. Just let go of them childish ways and them things that I was doing and just like really walk into who I wanted to be. And that's why this hiatus for me was important because, you know, I spent time with family, refreshed my mind. And I'm back in it, especially when you pushing out content like this. You have to be fully invested into it, mindset-wise and everything.
Because this isn't. You could be you reaching out.
Energy is transferable, bro. So if you in a mindset where you can't give, bro, I had to just step back a little bit, man. So that's definitely dope.
For sure.
Was there a time you wanted to give up, man? How did you combat that adversity, bro?
It's been plenty of times. It's been, I wouldn't say give up, but as you feel
like
defeated,
just defeated,
discouraged. It's been plenty of times. And for me, I'm my biggest critic.
Right now, me too, bro.
If something was to knock over and spill like water or something on the carpet, instead of I'll blow it up. I'm thinking like, I'm thinking like all positive, but it's just spill water, bro.
Bro, I be thinking I'm crazy. And we think exactly the same. Cause I be the same way with little stuff. Like I don't know, like I amplify everything.
It's real. So for me, I had a great support system. My dad, my girl, even my daughter, bro. She, she's 2 years old. She really can't say much, but it's just like this is
definitely.
I gotta.
That's
keep
who it's
going.
For.
You feel me? And then
definitely,
it was a thing that always stuck with me. Like my mom used to tell me, feel sorry for yourself for 5-10 minutes. after that, you dust it off and get up, keep going, because ain't nobody come to save you.
Nobody, bro.
You have to keep going. So that
Yeah.
I think about that. Feel sorry for myself 5 to 10 minutes. All right, we gotta keep
Keep going.
We gotta keep going.
My mama said, she always say, man, son, sometimes in life shit happens. And sometimes you're going to be the person that it happened to. You just got to keep going, because adversity is going to come. It's going to challenge you. You just got to get over that wall, man. I was reading Adversity and Advantage, and it was just saying every piece of adversity comes with it an equal advantage. But you just got to keep walking past it. A lot of people hit that wall of defeat and like, oh, I'm going to sit it down. And, man, I was going back and forth in my head whether I wanted to keep pushing the content, keep putting it out. I was done with it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, I had to look up and realize that this isn't for me.
Right.
It's for everybody else around me. Right. So I had to take my selfishness out of it, and people really like reaching out, like, man, when the episode dropping, when you gonna put this out, man? I've been waiting for it. Because people are anticipating, they want it for them. So it's not really myself. I have to continue to stay in a serving mindset, and I think that's, you know what I'm saying.
Because I was gonna say for you, it was something you spoke on about that stuck with me, and I realized that with my support system. When you went out and you spoke about, a lot of the time us men think we're alone, and that's when you're gonna feel alone, not realizing that we all going through the same thing.
Hit me up.
You feel me?
You know, and that's important, because we feel like we in this by ourselves, but you ask your homeboy, he like, bro, I was feeling the exact same way.
And you don't feel alone. And it helps. It helps
yeah, bro.
It helps you keep going. Like, it's you know,
yeah.
I'm gonna say it's pride and ego in men, because you know, from talking
Facts.
time we knee high to up, we talk, we gotta be the but you know, we all gonna have our moments where you know, we gonna be overburdened. Shit get hard, but
sure.
We'll hold it in because we don't want that image on us. But one thing I have learned this year was it's okay. You're not speak up, bro. Ask for it. My dad always tell me, like, bro, ask for it. It's okay. Like,
yeah, man. Like, bro, even if I gotta ask my little sister for 40 for the gas real quick, I'll be like, you know, you're gonna get paid in a couple days, but you like, look, man, because I had sat down from school for a little minute, and I was just solely focused on my podcast, bro. So I was just getting that one, you know what I'm saying, check, and man, I was paying my bills with it, and bro, I probably have maybe, you know what I'm saying, probably, you know what I'm saying, a few hundred, no real play money, just money to get me to the next verse, you know what I'm saying. And I was like, all right, this is a season I'm in, let me just continue to push my podcast, man. So yeah, like getting out of that ego, because I always had money, I always kept money. Ever since that I joined the Navy, I was able to always keep money. I never needed to ask nobody. I was the person people was coming to.
Yes, bro.
And so when you got to be on the opposite end of that, you feel like you failing, but you really that's just the phases of life sometimes, man.
That's very much fact, but I can relate tremendously. That's not my dad. You know, I was talking to him. He'd be like, son, you able to pay your bills with no problem. You blessed.
Yeah,
you
that's
but you blessed.
Come on, bro.
People that can't
Come on, bro.
Like,
you speaking, not for real.
My dad, bro. My dad.
The little stuff we take advantage of. Like being able to pay that $1,500 rent is a flex, man. Yes, I ain't gonna say it's a blessing for sure. Being able to pay your bills is definitely a blessing, and I think I think being in the military has spoiled us to think the necessities of life just exposed.
That blanket. Gave you that blanket. Bro.
Yeah, bro, that safety net.
That blanket is dangerous, bro.
That
comfort zone is dangerous.
Oh my God, bro.
Even I tell people that comfort zone and that blanket they give you is dangerous.
It's dangerous, bro. It gets you, bro. Even because you sit back and just think like this, how people really like. If you think about it, what we do have is what people are still trying to get to in life.
Yes.
You feel what I'm saying? They still trying to get to a point where they can even get a car to get around.
Yes. Bro.
You know what I'm saying? Nice clothes. You got nice jewelry, shades. You know what I'm saying? You got to sit back and think like, yeah, this is the blessings right here unfolding. So you just got to hold on to what you do have. Being grateful.
That gratitude take you a long way.
And being grateful.
Sometimes we'll forget to be thankful or grateful or have gratitude. You know, and I feel like it's and when people do it, it's nothing to be ashamed and feel bad about, because we all do it. But when you catch yourself in those moments, ground yourself again. Yeah, because I saw a homeless guy, man. I don't know, man. I woke up the next morning thinking about him, and I'm like, man, it's warm as hell in this house. I'm under a cover. He out there cold right now. And it's just a reflection that I had, man. I just have to thank God, bro, that I'm not on the opposite end of that, man.
Because there's so many people out here that's really struggling, man. That's really struggling. They'll be blessed to be in the position that we in. So that's another reason why, I was just about to say that, I can't take it for granted. The position that I'm in, I got to continue to grow this platform and feed the people and serve the people because God put me in a position to do so. Amen. You know what I'm saying? I can't be selfish. Like, oh, man, you ain't, where you at, God? You ain't gave me what I've been asking for. Where the followers at? Where the money at? You know what I'm saying?
It's gonna come,
you know, it's
gonna come. It's some things you gotta get a hold of before it comes. So it's gonna come.
Yeah, for sure.
I promise you, it's gonna come.
What was the most uncomfortable about what was the position that made you just so uncomfortable this year, man?
Asking for help.
Yeah,
I was that guy.
Yeah,
it was asking for help, bro. You know, and that was. It was the pride and ego, like, man, like it'll be times where I'm like, man, I'm finna.
You feel so bad about it. And they like, it's okay, like,
yeah. But I'll be like, man, I'm finna make something happen. One thing I can say, like, I ain't gonna say through the grace of God, but one thing I can say about me, when I'm in my back against the wall, that's when I perform the best.
Oh yeah, me too,
that's
bro.
When I go out and like, all right, I had to, like I said, I had to give up some things. I had to sell some things. I had to get rid of some things. But it was just like, all right. But I didn't see, like, in those moments when I had to get rid of all the flat, but it hurt. It hurt because I was so
accustomed to a lifestyle.
You know, I was accustomed to it. So when I had to give it up, it was like, you know how that, you know the little joke they say when your homeboy sell his PS5, that's the hood bankruptcy. You feel me? So yeah, I was feeling like that. But
man, they say God, man, would you be able to allow him to take everything from you and still know that he got a blessing coming from you?
And bro, when in those moments where I just know, and what helped me, like I said, what helped me was my dad, but understanding, like I was able to see, like, you know, this is, man, you gonna be able to get this kid. Mm-hmm. It's for a reason. It's for a reason. And I took all that in, and I was able to say, okay, I felt like he was showing me, you don't need all of this. It's something that you didn't need it.
Definitely.
So
that's dope. Insightful, bro. Yep.
I'm sorry, you didn't need it. You see, you can do without this. This is what's hurting. You see it, because you don't need it.
That's powerful, bro.
You want it. You don't need it. You want it. This could slow you down. I can give you all this money, but instead of you taking care of your dreams, your goals, what you need to do in your family, you're finna go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
go get some more.
You feel me? And it slowed down when I had my daughter, because I got a little one now. Mm-hmm. I can't. You know what I'm saying? So it was like when I slowed down, I got my daughter, but I was still dabbling. You know, and it completely came to a stop when I got out, because I was like, all right. You know, my daughter's getting older, so the older, you know,
the older they get,
cheaper,
feet getting bigger, arms getting longer, but them clothes getting more expensive.
Oh God, bro, oh God. Yeah. So it was like, all right, man. It was because it's been a minute what I haven't been able to do for myself. You know what I'm saying? And it was just, it was. I'm grateful for the whole process and journey itself.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I prayed. I remember one of my prayers was, you know, turn me into the man I desire to be and who you want me to be. And so, like I said earlier, when you pray about these things, just know it's coming. But it ain't gonna be glitz and glamour and rainbows. You're gonna face some adversity. I'm pretty sure are you sure you want that?
Even when I pray for it, I'll be sitting back like,
are you sure?
Get ready, because they always say, man, you could be doing so good. Just know it's a season of pain coming after that.
Oh yeah, you pray for it, you're gonna get it, but
it's gonna teach you.
It's
gonna teach you, and it's gonna create steadfastness so that you'll be able to go out and show other people, like, bro, I've been through that too.
You feel me, bro?
So you got a story to tell now. You can teach other people so they don't crash out. And I was telling somebody, sometimes you gotta grow through stuff to teach people how to go through stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because even if, you know, let's just say that I dealt with, you know what I'm saying, losing my father 5 years prior, and I meet somebody, you know, and they going through that. I could be like, bro, I've been there. I did, you know, I wanted to do that, man, and this is what I did, X, Y, and Z, and I want to give that to you. And you like, bro, I was about to jump off the ledge, man, but I appreciate that 2-minute conversation, you know, and that was a whole trial period of what I had to go through just to teach somebody else, just to be that vessel, man. So it's definitely important that we do go through stuff, bro. It's a blessing to go through adversity. God blesses you with gifts, and he going to bless you with the bad. You know what I'm saying? And it's what you do with it.
That's the main thing. What are you going to do with it?
What are you going to do with it, man? You going to take it and tuck your tail and run, or you going to use that as fuel to the fire, go out and preach that to other people like, bro, you can do it too, man. I've been in them same shoes. I look like you. I sound like you. And I got through that just like you can. And that'll keep people pushing.
Oh yes, sir.
What's something last year, man? If you can, I mean, this year, if you can go back and do it a little differently, what would it be? Or if you just everything happened how it was supposed to?
Nothing, brother. I'm a firm believer in that. Like I wouldn't change nothing. And the reason I wouldn't change nothing is because I'm a believer in everything's gonna happen the way it's supposed to. I've been through certain things like growing up, or I've been through certain things. I'm gonna say 2016 because that was the worst year of my life. Losing my stepdad to being, we lost the house that we was living in. We ain't had no money, because he was the breadwinner.
Damn.
So it was just like I was able from that year. That's when my relationship with God was at and I just from that point on I trusted everything. Like something happened right now, I lose my car, I won't even stress about it, and I won't stress about it only because I know it's something behind it. It's a reason. It's a reason.
For sure.
I'm not a question. I won't question nothing. All I'm gonna do is stay resilient through the process, because I know it's something on the other side that I'm supposed to learn or grasp or gain from. Yeah. So it was okay. I wouldn't change nothing.
Everything happened how it was supposed to. That's how I feel too, bro.
My trust in God, bro. My faith in God. If something happened, I can't control it.
You can't do nothing about it anyway. You just got to roll with the punches, man.
And like
continue to stay prayed up.
There, you know what I'm saying? I put good out there. All my intentions are good. So that's why.
Me too, bro. I don't be tripping either.
You feel me? You can't trip. Like my intentions and what I put out there is good. Like I say, it's sometimes I fall short of that though.
Right.
I fall short of that. I might spaz or I might do something out of line.
And I feel so bad when I do too, bro. Because I'm better than that, man.
It happens.
Because I be spazzing, bro. Like sometimes, and I'm trying to get my anger under the table too, man. For any man out there, become more emotionally intelligent, man. Read books on it, and I start therapy Wednesday, my boy. Yeah, sir.
Be ready.
I start therapy Wednesday. Any guys out there, man, go to therapy, man. If you need therapy, don't just say you're going to see the lady. Go see the lady for real.
Yeah, for real, bro.
Yeah, man, because I definitely, man, and I hurt some people, man. I hurt a lot of people I was in relationships with. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to continue to do that, man, because I do want to lead a family one day. I do want to be the head of that household, but I know it's stuff that I got to resolve within myself first. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because I heard a lot of people, man, just living life, just doing whatever. Because I was hurt. I'm like, I felt that, man. I don't care what nobody else feel when I come up off that. I don't care. Yeah, what you gonna do about it?
Yeah.
That's the mentality I carry, man. But I had to sit back, like, Scorpio, but we can be some mean people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We could be some mean people, bro. Like, we like the same person, bro. And I used to just shoot, bro, off the hip. I think you fat and sloppy, bro. I'm going to let you know. Yeah. But I had to tell myself, like, that's mean, bro. Yeah, even I used to say, it's the truth, but that's mean. You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing I had to, like, I catch myself talking about people sometimes, like, I'm like, no, don't do that. Don't talk about it. I take that back. I do. I like, you know what I'm saying? I do. I fall short of that. But one thing my dad always told me, he said, man, don't stop talking about people. He always used to tell me that. Stop talking about people. You don't know what they going through. I used to be dying laughing. Like, okay,
oh God, bro. Like, you feel me? Like sometimes it'd be like it won't be no ill intent. It's like we just like we see that I'm gonna flame your ass.
Yeah, you know,
get on your ass. But whole time we might not know.
No, what they
bro only sneaker.
Man.
Like, in those moments, I'm still gonna flame your ass, but it's love. Like,
yeah. Because we catch ourselves like,
let me make sure you good.
Yeah, when you do fall short of your goals, man, how do you get yourself back realigned? Because I know, like, you could have these goals, you could be going, and you like, whew, when we sit down, though.
Yeah. Oh, God,
hey, that 2 week sit down turned into 2 months, boy.
Oh God, because we go like we just hard charging. So when you take that,
you like. Yeah. I already know what you talk about. When you finally relax, you like, whew. Man, my birthday, Houston, bro. Man, after Houston, bro, I just sat down, man. I ran myself to the ground in Houston and came back and just, Houston was supposed to be that rest.
Yeah.
And then it turned it. So how do you get yourself back realigned, man?
So when I do get myself realigned, I either musical. I talk to my dad, I talk to my girl. You know, I was really my two go-to, my dad and my girl. You feel me? But I either talk to them or I cut on my music. I say I'm listening to Larry June, Nipsey, Currency, something. I got a whole playlist that I cut it on.
That getting that mode playlist.
You feel me? So it was. I say my favorite song to listen to is "Loaded Bases" by Nipsey.
Loaded Bases,
Yeah, Loaded Bases. That's my motivation. The bases is loaded.
Yeah. Larry June get me in that mode too for sure.
Yeah.
Hey, keep doing numbers, man, for sure. Yeah.
Larry, my favorite song to listen to him when I'm in is Consistent. You know, consistent is my favorite thing. Currency, he just going. He got that player like, all right, you know. Yeah. Currency just player. So yeah. So I either listen to music, talk to my dad. My dad give me game. My girl, she'll, you know. I ain't gonna lie, bro. And I don't like the way the whole relationship community, you know. She'll give me like reassurance, you know. Every time, the man needs reassurance every time, you know, like give yourself your flowers, basically. Mm-hmm. She'll tell her, you know, like you doing you doing good, keep going, you know. She'll make, because sometimes I beat myself up so bad. So, and then with my dad, as I was saying earlier, what you told me, you know, we think we alone, but we not. It's part of life. Mm-hmm. My dad and mama, it's part of life. Keep going, though. And then, like I said, my mama told me, give yourself 10 to 15 minutes.
And get back in that game.
Get back in the game. I've been at it, but I've been doing this for years, though. Like, for years. So, it's just like I have my moments when I realize I'm in those moments. I still do it because discipline. I do it because I need to. I got to.
Yeah.
So, I just keep going, bro.
One thing for me, man, is that even if I stop doing the podcast or the content, one thing I will stay consistent with, which always helped me get realigned, is the gym. That always has me chasing a goal. Yeah. You know, so I always feel, you know, you give yourself that I did something today. So the gym has always been there for me, bro. Like, I get in there and knock some, you know what I'm saying, put that weight up and like, all right, I could take on the world now. And that gym has always been that mental clarity. Music, the same thing to keep me realigned. And also, just the people around me, man, they asking you like, "What's up? What has been at? What you been doing?" And you start to sit back and accountability, keeping right people around you to hold you accountable, man. Not hold nothing against you, but holding you accountable. You know what I'm saying, to the things that you said. So I think that's definitely important. Keeping, you know what I'm saying, your girl, your dad, people that's not, they gon', all right. Yeah. But get your ass up. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much. You know what I'm saying? That's cool and all, but get your ass up. You know what I'm saying? For sure.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, man. So how do you keep yourself motivated? You know what I'm saying? On them days where you like, oh, man, I ain't really. Goals? I don't know about no goals today. What gets you out the bed in the morning, man?
Discipline, bro, really.
Yeah, just like discipline. Yeah, it's so easy to say that. It's like when you have it though, it's like you could just, it's so cliche to say it because when somebody don't have it, it sounds cliche. But just that, like, you know, it's bettering you. So just do it.
Yeah, it's discipline, bro. Like she'll tell you. It'll been times where I just like, man, I don't feel like going to work. Like I'll sit there and say I ain't going to work, but I'm still gonna go. Mm-hmm. Still gonna go. Yeah. It's just discipline.
It's just in you, man.
It's discipline, bro. Like I can't. There's certain things that I want in life, and I ain't finna get it laying here.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Being like, oh, I'm tired. Fuck that. Fuck that. Fuck that.
The bill still got to get paid. The motion still got to go. You know what I'm saying? And I do think a lot of people, they look for that motivation. Mm-hmm. But it is discipline because you're not going to be motivated every day. That's a feeling, bro. Feelings come and go. When you wake up in the morning, you could be motivated. You spill some on your shirt, you like,
hey, bro.
But you keep going past that because that's that discipline. That's where that discipline kicks in.
Discipline, bro. You got to have it. You got to have it, bro.
Do you feel like the people around you, they have to have the same goals as you, or should y'all be aligned with like going in the same direction? How important do you think that is?
So, because I ain't gonna lie, it was some of my close friends. It was some of my close friends back at home. You know, I joined the military, and you know, when you join the military, you're away from home. You meeting all these different people. You seeing new things,
different perspectives.
So you feel me? So it's like you. It depends, cause some people get away from home and then still try to bring that shit from home to here. Mm-hmm. Like, nigga, you here for a reason. You feel me?
Right.
Like, cut the shit. Mm-hmm. So, and you know, I'm gonna be one of those. I was one of those people at a point in time.
Just reaching back, just you feel me? You feel like you gotta stay.
That old luggage with me, and I'm fucking burning bridges, and not realizing like this is how. But you fucking it up because you want to be Mr. Meathead, Mr. Hothead, Mr. Nigga can't tell me nothing.
Right.
So you know, I had close friends from back home, and you know, I remember it was around the time. I think it was around the time like when you know, Nip had first died. You know, but I was already on a journey, so. It was a group of my friends, you know, I was in a group chat. I sent them a heartfelt message that I still got in my phone. And it was just, you know, I was trying to motivate them. Like, and my biggest thing that I struggled with when I was on my journey, I used to try to bring everybody with me.
Me
like,
too, bro.
Experiences, I want you to come with me.
When you see it, you try to make everybody see it.
You feel me, bro? And I didn't, it fucked me up. It fucked me up.
Because they ain't want to go with you.
You feel me? It fucked me up. So, Yeah. Honestly, like
You
they don't
have
gotta have the same exact goal, but they gotta want better.
They gotta want better.
They gotta want better. So yeah, so and it's
Keeping
like,
people around you who want better. But
real.
they do say you can never be attract what you're not exposed to. So just the simple fact that you got out of your environment and seen something new, it exposed you to new and better. Like, oh, it is a different lifestyle out of Houston.
Oh yeah.
You know, so you just gotta have grace, and sometimes you do gotta just meet people where they are. You know, like no hard feelings, man. But I just can't really talk to y'all every day.
Yeah.
You know, and because when I first started getting into, like, you know, I did the life insurance, I did the Forex, so you know it's all multi-level marketing.
Forex, man, you know that's me.
Yeah, man, look, you're a trader, look, for sure. But so I want to bring everybody with me. Like, man, come on, y'all see this, man? This is dope. Look at they doing. Look at these millionaires. Like, bro, we could be.
Yeah.
And they like, bro, like, what are you talking about right now?
Yeah.
And it kind of hurt me a little bit, man. But I'm glad that I went through that early. Before I started building my own platforms, because, you know, the lack of support now, it doesn't matter to me. Like, you know, and people that don't want to ride with me, they don't have to. But I do, I can attest to the trying to bring everybody with you. But, you know, one of my mentors, man, Tim, he tell me, man, God gave you the vision, not y'all the vision. So you just got to, sometimes you just got to be solo in it until they decide to wake up. You know what I'm saying? Because you ever think about a time where you want to, hey, man, I got this great idea. I think you and you should do it. They like, yeah, blah. And you like, all right, y'all let me know when y'all ready. Never happened. Never happened, because that's one of the reasons. That's one of the reasons why I don't have
bad niggas.
That's one of the reasons. That's one of the reasons why I didn't get a co-host for the podcast, because I'm not trying to be on another accord with somebody else. You can't make it to the show and I just ran my race by myself, man. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate you, man. But keeping people around me that's aligned like you know what I'm saying? And Jose, people that just want more, like you was saying, it's definitely important.
I'm proud of both of y'all, bro.
I appreciate it.
I'm proud of both of y'all.
Shout out to my boy Jose, man.
Shout out to my boy Jose, bro. I had a conversation with him. I'm proud of him.
Yeah, for sure.
He said some things, and I was like, boy, I'm proud of
He
him. The maturity is coming.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah, same thing, man. You know what I'm saying?
Man, for you, I'm proud of you for your consistency. I remember seeing you. I remember seeing you out. I remember seeing you out when
little chunk.
You feel me? And then
like I was like, man, around that time we met, bro. I was like 270 around that time.
In the way that you
depressed, bro.
But you said you was gonna do something, and you stuck with it. And I love that. I love it, bro.
Yeah, man. That's where that discipline builds itself up, man. When you tell yourself you're gonna do something and do it, keeping a promise to yourself. Let me tell you something my mentor told me too. This is how you create discipline within yourself. It doesn't have to be anything big. Your brain cannot decipher whether something was a big accomplishment or a small one. All it knows is you did what you said you were gonna do. So if you wake up in the morning, the first thing you should do is make your bed. Tell yourself, I'm going to make my bed when I get up. That small task, you just move the pillows, do all that, make the bed. You like, I made my bed.
Great start.
That's a great start of your day. You know, and they just build confidence every single day, and just add little stuff to it every day, and it's going to slowly build it. Just try to practice the art of showing up. You know what I'm saying? And that's super important. Just showing up. That's the hardest part, especially with the gym. I'm just throw that in there. Practice the art of showing up and just getting there and standing there, man.
Yeah. Staying in there, for real.
So, do you? How do you set your goals, man? Is there a particular way how you set them? With it going into the new year, I just want to give them a little bit of my sauce and how I set my goals. So I'm gonna just let you speak on how you set your goals and everything.
So I used to set my goals with unrealistic expectations. And going back to the music,
right?
Larry June, it's a song where he had his Uncle Herm speaking. He said, everybody gets impatient when we set unrealistic expectations. So, and that was important for me because it was at a point in time where I was setting these, with everything getting pushed in our face with Instagram, I was so caught up in that, like, overnight.
I don't make my first 100K this year.
You feel me?
You can, but let's be realistic.
You feel me?
You saying, like, get your first 10 first, your first 10 bands first, Right. So, yeah, so
that was like, now, I kind of like, all right, what's something I can, like, I base my goals off of what's something that I need to do right now to better myself, or what's something that's a goal right now that you necessarily need, not want, but you need to do to help you go to the next level. So that's how I set my goals, Right. But also when you setting your goals, man, don't like, I got to make 100K by tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then it don't come, you get discouraged. Set some realistic expectations on your goals. And I ain't saying,
sell yourself short, but it's like, say you gonna get 100K, say I'm gonna get my first 10,000 first.
You feel me?
You know, so
you get that momentum.
Because that's more. You can see that better too. Yeah. When you can, like, obviously, you can see yourself saving your first $200. You know what I mean?
You feel me? Yeah.
So I'm gonna save 200 this check. I'm gonna save 200. You know, and that just brings me to my next one. When I do my goals, you have to set your goals. If it's numbers, you have to reverse engineer. You know what I mean? So let's just say you do want to make 100,000 this year, right? You divide that by 12. That's what? A little over 8 bands a month. So how you gonna get them 8 bands a month? Maybe you got products and services you want to sell, T-shirts, whatever it is. All right, you got to make 8 bands. So how many products do I have to sell? Let's just say it's 8,000. Divide that by 30 days. You got to make $266 a day, right? $260 a day. You have to find a product or a service that's gonna get you that $266 a day. Now you get to a point where you can make $206 a day. You on the right track to making that 100,000. But that's how you set your goals. I want to make 8 bands this month on my products and services. I want to make $266 in the next 2 days off my products and services. Because like you said, if you just say I want to make my first 100,000 this year, what's next?
Yeah, what's next?
What's next? And you can't really see 100,000. It just sounds good because the mind can dream as big as you want it to.
Yeah.
And you like, I ain't gonna sell myself short. I'm gonna write down 100,000. You know what I'm saying?
Like you said earlier, you can't get what you're not exposed to.
Yeah.
You can't get what you're not exposed to because how you gonna visualize it? You feel me?
Yeah, without vision, the people perish, man. That's super important. And I didn't really realize that, too. When I first joined, man, I wanted to get to the command that was closest to Chicago. I wanted to be in the city. I wanted to,
that comfort zone.
When I went overseas, man, that's what changed my life. That exposure to, like, man, this is a different way of living.
Man, I don't think people understand that, bro. Oh, man.
Going overseas was, man,
it's
different, bro.
I tell people every time I done went overseas, or I've been somewhere out of the country, it's like an out of body experience because everything's, it's new. It's like, wow,
brand new.
Exists.
Wow, they over here. Look,
yeah,
like when I went to Marseille, France, bro, like obviously the BMWs and the Mercedes Benzes, those are average cars. Every Uber driver was in a Mercedes. Every Uber driver was in a BMW, and I'm like, you know, it's a different way of living over here, man. So, man, this was a great episode, bro. I definitely appreciate you, bro, for coming out, putting that knowledge, my boy.
Thank you for having me.
Before
this is way overdue.
No, for sure. Yeah, this supposed to been happen, but God's timing. But before we leave, man, you want to leave them with a message, man, a quote, something that's been on your mind, something to help the people before we get out of here.
I like to say a prayer, bro.
Oh, go ahead, man.
I like to say a prayer on camera. You want to join us? All right. So, Father God, for the ones who are watching, for the ones that you are reaching out to and touching, I like to ask you watch over us and help us grow. Help us get out of our comfort zone so we can be who we need to be and who you want us to be. I like to pray for all our families to stay healthy and stay thriving. And most of all, help us grow closer to your word. In God's name, amen.
Amen.
Amen. So
hey, there we go. Amen. That was dope, bro. I appreciate you, dog.
Feel me? No problem, bro.
I appreciate you guys tuning in. This was a great episode. You guys stay tuned for the next one. We only going to get better.